Essaouira's fishermen are preparing for another year out on the waters of the Atlantic Ocean. All around this port in Morocco, you can hear the sounds of boat building and smell fresh paint in the air. Everything seems great in Essaouira. It looks like the fishing business is good. But in reality, things are not very good here. In Essaouira, fishing is no longer such a good job. The number of fish that the fishermen catch has gone down in recent years. Some of the fishing work has gone away. It's moved to the south of Morocco. The size of the boats is one of the biggest problems. The small boats which leave this port can't compete with the big fishing boats from other places. Those big boats, or trawlers, can simply catch more fish. One fisherman explains the difficulties of life as a fisherman in Essaouira. He says that there's not a lot of work, and sometimes there's no work at all. The life of a fisherman now is hard, he says. Sometimes you work for 1 day, then you don't work for 2 days, then you work for 1 week, then there is no work for 15 days. The fishing industry here is trying to survive, but it's very difficult. However, now there's new hope for the town of Essaouira. Recently, this town has found a new breadwinner: tourism. Many people think that this breadwinner will be the future of Essaouira. Last year, thousands of tourists visited Essaouira from all over the world. This tourism has brought hope and money to the town. Can tourism bring more money to the village than fishing? Does it hold the future of this old fishing village? For now, no one can be certain. However, tourism is not new here. Essaouira's first tourist boom was in the 1960s. Rock stars and people from many different cultures visited the village. They wanted to walk in its little streets, see the port, and enjoy its beauty. But then tourism went away and the people had to depend on fishing again. Now, the small town is trying to bring in tourists again. The people of Essaouira worry that perhaps the fishing industry is dying. They want a different way to make money, perhaps an easier way. Their plan is working well. Tourism here is growing quickly. Since 1996, tourism in Essaouira has increased by more than 300%. It's not difficult to see why visitors like the village. It's very beautiful and it's also very old. There's also a lot of history there. Essaouira's Medina, or Old Town Centre, was built in the 1700s. It was recently put on UNESCO's World Heritage List. It's a place where visitors can go back in time to a different world. Essaouira now has a very good chance to develop tourism and help its economy. However, tourism can also bring changes and problems with it. Sometimes, when tourism increases, the economy grows too quickly. This can cause problems for the local culture. The local environment can become worse because of pollution as well. It's going to be important for this village not to sell out its people, culture, and environment. It's also going to be important that the tourist industry doesn't grow too quickly. The people who are developing tourism in Essaouira say that conservation is very important to them. However, for the people in the village, there are still questions about water, land use, and pollution. They want a business that makes money, but they also know that they have to be very careful. They know that they can't allow tourism to grow without some control. Is fishing now part of Essaouira's past? Maybe. Perhaps this quiet fishing port now has a chance to make a new life for itself, a life for the future. The people of Essaouira have to make some very important decisions. Will they be able to control the pollution? Will they be able to save the environment? Will they further develop tourism? No one knows. The people of Essaouira do know one thing. What they do now is important. The future of their beautiful little village may depend on the decisions they make today.